big cattle farm that you can see here. We've never hunted here before. We've had permission to do some predator control this year. It's a couple 100 acres. It's fenced in, you know, for the cows. There's not really the opportunity for a food plot or corn piles or anything like that because of the cows. But it's got a lot of potential. So I've dropped Pop off. He's hunting on the ground. Noah is on the only water source that's kind of in the middle of the property. So we're gonna see what happens tonight. And really this is more to gather information than anything. This is more of an observation set. So I picked out this spot where I can see a lot and try to gather some information for future hunts that's valuable. Sorry, heard something walking this way. But we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully at least, if nothing else, get some good information for future hunts. It is hot though for the middle of October, so still waiting on better weather, but trying to at least slip in and hunt from the outside in so we can get information instead of just diving into core areas that we don't have a lot of data on. So we'll see.
Crazy, huh?
That was...
Yep. He was already on the inside.
Well, my hunt at the Flint farm went pretty good today. Saw 3 deer, saw a baby. She came out about 25 yards, got real close. She was young and dumb. Had a mama doe come out, and she walked across the field, and then she walked back. And the whole time she was standing behind this tree, and she like found a hole in the tree, and she was looking down at the pond. And I was trying to figure out what was up, and I kept on looking down there. I couldn't see anything. And we had found a watering hole beyond the pond, beyond the dam. And right before dark, I looked, and I just saw like wide antlers. And the doe came in a little bit more, and he walked around, and he was following like the creek, basically leading to the pond. And he was grunting the whole way. And it's middle of October, and he just started grunting and chasing after both of these does. It was crazy. I wish I had more daylight.
How many yards away was he?
Probably like 60, 65. It was crazy.
Out of bow range, but not out of gun range.
Not a gun. Not a
Yeah,
gun
it
range.
won't be long now. Did you have fun?
I did. A lot of fun.
All right, today is the second day of the Georgia gun season. Yesterday we had other activities, so we didn't hunt yesterday. I'm still bow only, but my boy here, a big fan of the rifle. And we've got Rusty Ruger, which has had a thermal optic on it for probably 6 or 8 months doing some predator hunting. But we've come out to another property where we are not gonna really impact anything by taking a few shots. We're putting the Buckmasters, which is a Nikon scope I've had for years. It's a 50mm scope, back on it. We're about to take a few shots here and get her back on site so he can go after a big buck he saw. What day did you see that big buck?
Last Thursday.
Yeah, got some cool, like cooler weather today. So see what we can get into here.
Oh.
Top right corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the one that you were going for.
Yeah.
Let's shoot one more. All right, so I was aimed right here. We're at about 60 yards right now. And the bullet landed here. When Noah shot, he aimed here and hit right here. One click. It's 1/4 inch at 100 yards. It should be down 3 inches. So probably flinched just a little bit, but still dropped down in the general height that we're looking for. I may have pulled it just a little bit to here. We'll go ahead and shoot at least 1 or 2 more, but we're gonna try to get in tight to this, and then we'll move out to probably just 100 yards. I don't think we're gonna shoot more than maybe 125 or 150 today.
You saw that?
Nope.
Oh, money.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so Noah just took this shot. So this is now 2 shots with no adjustments in this pattern, which is tight enough to kill a deer for sure. We're gonna go ahead and move out to 100 and just try to stay in that same pattern. So we've turned this back the direction we came from, about halfway. I went a total of 12 clicks down, and now we're going back up 6. So we'll split the difference and see how that does. Nice and steady.
I'm like kind of jerking the trigger a little bit more than I should.
What are you doing with the trigger?
Like,
Okay.
I should be just squeezing into it.
Okay. Yeah, I showed him when I've been shooting. I'm shooting out here on the pad of my finger. That way it just kind of falls. So he's gonna try that on this one. Looks steady.
Yeah, that was money.
Was it?
Same spot you shot.
Nice.
My grandpa taught me this thing. It's like you breathe once and then you breathe again, and on the half of your third breath is when you shoot, and it like makes it like the most clear. And it's crazy how well it actually works.
All right, so these are our first 2 shots. Well, this one was Noah's, this one was mine. Backing out from 50 to 100 yards or 60 to 100 yards. I split the difference and moved the scope back the direction we had been going with it. This was my next shot. Noah took 1 shot and it was a little left, but the height was still good. And I just gave him a good piece of advice that I've been told too, which is just make the target bigger. So instead of trying to focus on shooting here, I told him to just shoot the center of the white, which is right here, and boom, ringed it. So that's a good piece of advice. Sometimes you just need to make the target a little bit bigger for yourself, make it easier. That way you're not having to be so perfect and perfectly steady. But we got a gun that's ready to go out there, take in the woods, and ethically harvest something. Don't forget that orange, all right? Well, there's no light left, as you can see, but I just got 2 pieces of information. 1, I heard a loud gunshot, and 2, I heard my son yell, which of course was scary, but he called me immediately and said he just dropped the big one. So let's go see him. Noah, my boy, picked a tree more as kind of an observation sit last Wednesday and just happened to see a really good buck. He chose to sit in the same spot tonight, and honestly, I would not have advised him to do that. In fact, we had talked about doing something different, but I don't know what to say. Sometimes the kid's got good instincts, and he decided to sit back in the same exact spot that he saw that buck last week, and heard a gunshot from the other side of the farm, and I could hear him yelling, so that's always a good sign. Okay, what just happened?
So I was sitting up on the hill over there, and I really wasn't expecting to see a whole bunch of anything. It wasn't really my best start to a hunt. Right at dark, on the left of me, I just saw this quick motion, and it was a deer trotting its way out. And I went and took a video real quick, and then I looked through my scope, and it turned out to be that buck that I had seen by the pond. And he just kept on running the whole way down. And I couldn't get him to stop at all. And so finally I just yelled, "Hey!" all the way across the pond. And he looked up and he was trying to find where it came from. And then he like turned his body a little bit more, and then I shot him. I had to wait for him to get broadside, but he's right there. He dropped right there.
Let's go, baby. All that shooting this afternoon paid off, didn't it?
Yup.
That grin says it all. And how many times did you sit down before you found like the spot to shoot from?
I don't know, so many. Probably like 10 times trying to find the right spot.
We were texting back and forth. He was getting so frustrated because he just couldn't find the right tree. And then sometimes you do everything wrong and it still works out, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Tonight, insane. Shouldn't have happened.
You sorry joker.
I know it.
Because he was here, you're there. You know, when you move, looking down the fence line, I was back in the woods over here, and you were like right here to me, to the left of the dam.
Right.
Yeah. He must have stood there behind you.
He must have been checking me out.
Maybe that's why he bolted.
Maybe so. When I yelled, "Hey," he stopped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You saw his white belly?
I've already looked at him.
Oh yeah. You couldn't go over to him. Oh man, I figured
He's playing the game, man.
He's running across the ground.
He's playing the game. All right, fixing to lay eyes on him.
There he is.
Ooh.
Whoa, he's
Ooh.
wide like you said.
Wow. All right, let's go get your buck. Smell him from here, bud.
Oh yeah.
Headshot's not normally how you go about it, but
That's
we're gonna have to fix that skull up.
I hate it when you shoot the deer. And then I'm like, no, boy, that was a nice one.
Heck yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, son.
Everything looks big. I will say everything looks bigger in the heat of the moment.
Well, you look at the
Little
width.
ground shrinkage.
Yeah,
No,
a little bit.
that-
But I'm not.
The width of that head, that's
A cool ending to a short story. Yeah, Pop?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all guys
Beautiful.
got the rest of the year now.
Beautiful.
He just opened it up for us, so. Good job, Bubba.
That's right.
Love you, man. Proud of you.
Love you.
Both of you. Nice. Put that together beautifully.
He said that climber ain't going nowhere now. What were you telling her about your spot?
Oh, I could not find the big tree. If I climb up where it's like bite too.
Yeah, let me get out the way. Yes, sir. What?